That's okay. Cool, we're live.
Hi everybody, Callie, Pagana here with Bodhi, with Chloe, with Bunny in the back, Carly's on the couch. We're doing yoga this morning, so we have 15 minutes before yoga starts. If you are practicing with us today, you'll need a mat or a soft surface, a blankie, and 2 yoga blocks, or as Pagana is going to demonstrate, 2 boxes from Amazon. And we'll get started in about 15 minutes. We're just going to chit chat before. We'll call it morning talks with Pagana.
Ooh, I love talking.
Morning chats with Pagana. Pagana, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling excellent, Callie.
Oh, Pagana took a shower.
I took a shower.
So he's feeling real good. I think it had been, I'm not going to say anything, but I think 5 days since.
Oh, I showered a couple days ago.
But he's feeling real nice this morning because he's clean. How else are you feeling, Pagana?
Never been better.
Never been better. I saw a meme that was really funny this morning. It said, I hope I don't run out of drawers to organize so I don't have to sit with my feelings. It's so true. I don't know. There's something about this time. Oh, there we are. Okay, Pagana's got us up. Do you have the music going yet?
I'm trying.
So slow. Chloe, what are you doing? So Chloe peed on her yoga mat. For those of you who have been following this saga, you'll know. Chloe, the little dog. Chloe's our alpha dog. She's a little monster.
She's not.
No, she's a monster. But she pees on things to mark them. She's a girl. And also she's spayed. They're obviously all fixed. But she pees on things to mark them when she gets mad or frustrated. Yeah, she just hacked up a loogie. It's not a loogie, it's just a little slobber. But she peed on the yoga mat, and we couldn't figure out exactly where the pee was. So it's on an ice up here mat in the tub, and now it just has. Oh, nice pee. Yes.
It's nice.
So guys, if you're just joining, we're doing yoga this morning in approximately 12 minutes. You're gonna need 2 blocks, or you gotta show your creative use of Amazon boxes. What's in there? Oh, it's a super sweeper.
We own yoga studios, so we have like 20 blocks around the house. Callie insists on being gimmicky.
Not gimmicky! I want people to know that they don't have to have
So I have
blocks.
a pack of Swifters and a printer.
He has a printer cartridge. And then you're gonna need a mat and a blankie or a towel. I'd like to introduce the dogs at the beginning of every class. This is Bodhi. Chloe, why are you coughing like that, you sweets? This is Bodhi. Bodhi is our ham. He is about 100 pounds, and 90% of that is heart. He has no brain. He's really sweet, but he's so dumb. He's our favorite. He brings us the most joy. Carly's the perfect one laying on the carpet on the little towel. This is Chloe the monster. Chloe will, she bullies all the other dogs. She's just a little psycho. Chloe, not Bodhi, Chloe. And then Bunny's back here being the bestest, happiest boy. Can we get Bunny to do his bunny dance? So the reason we named Bunny Bunny
Hey, buddy.
is because, I wonder if he'll do it, but every day when he wakes up, he just starts
What
hopping.
day is it? What day is it, huh?
And
What
he's
day
like,
is it? What day is it?
oh,
What day is it?
what day is it, Bunny? Is it a day? Is it a day?
What day is it, buddy?
Is it a day?
What day is it, buddy? What day is it? What day is it? What day is it?
Okay, now you're just getting them riled up. They were so calm.
What day is it? What day is it? Oh, Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Oh, Bruce.
Maddie. For those of you just joining, this is yoga. You need 2 blocks or 2 boxes or paper towel rolls, whatever you've got.
Oh my god, right on my mat again?
I wonder if she's got a little cold. You're going to need a towel or blankie, and you're going to need a mat or soft surface. Hagana is drinking his signature soda in the morning. So gross. Who drinks soda in the morning?
No, the best soda, this is part of why I'm having such a great morning. I thought I was going to get Diet Mountain Dew, which by itself is a little much. So my favorite drink actually from Wawa or 7-Eleven is
People may not know what Wawa is.
70% Diet Mountain Dew with just a splash of Diet Coke.
Oh.
And today, not only did we have Diet Mountain Dew, I found some Diet Coke in the back of the fridge. So now I have my exact morning cocktail.
Wow. Disgusting. You're literally the grossest. Did you brush your teeth?
I did.
And then you
Shaved.
that?
I shaved.
Wow. I have big plans for my hygiene for today. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to really brush my teeth and focus on the back. I might floss for like a while. Maybe I'm going to do like a little, I was going to do one of those like exfoliating masks. Because Hagana spent a lot. He's already spent an hour on his hygiene this morning. If you're just tuning in, wave and say hello. Let us know that you're here.
I also woke up at 4 a.m. this morning and watched an incredible movie.
Yeah, he came up and was freaking out. What it was about?
So it's a Korean movie called The Flu.
Oh,
it's
God.
on Amazon Prime. It's
He
about
came up and was freaking
a
out
pandemic.
afterwards.
It's so good and so intense and highly relevant. But if you're anxious at all about the current situation,
Then you should not watch this. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
But there are people out there, we all know from the Netflix top 10, that are watching doomsday preppers, that are watching disaster movies.
Okay,
So there's
okay.
certain appetite for it.
Okay, so
Some of those
if
people,
you wanted
The Flu
an
on Amazon
anxiety-producing
Incredible.
movie, watch Amazon Prime The Flu. He came upstairs and he's like cuddling me. He's like, oh my god, I love you so much. I'm so glad we're alive. And I'm like, what is wrong with you this morning?
It's basically if the coronavirus killed people in 36 hours,
Okay,
it had a 50% transmission rate.
I don't think we should talk about this anymore. Okay guys, this is yoga. No more talk of movies. We're gonna get started in about 8 minutes. You need blocks if you've got them, or boxes, or paper towel rolls, a towel or blankie, and then a soft surface, a mat, something like that. We're gonna work our hips today. Last night I taught a class. I've been teaching a lot. Not really. But last night we worked hips. Today we're gonna work hips and shoulders again, because it just felt good. So we're gonna do, we're gonna do some goody stuff. We're gonna get in there. And you guys will feel really good the rest of the day as you sit in your house. So just comment and say hello if you're joining, so I know where you're watching from, so I know that you're here. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want to do today. This is just like a regular class. We can do whatever you want. So comment and let me know if there's something specific that you want to work on. Maybe some heart openers, maybe some hamstring stuff, low back. How do your low backs feel? How does your low back feel?
Actually better.
It does?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Instead of losing so much weight.
Oh my god.
Is anyone
Okay.
else losing weight? I think we're both losing weight because we don't eat during the day.
Yeah,
Have
well,
no appetite during the
we
day.
eat, but like, because we're not as active, we don't get as hungry. I don't know. It's a very weird. God's very excited about it. I'm like concerned. And he's like, this is great. I feel incredible. Look how strong I look. Weird. Hey, Chloe, be nice. See? Chloe, she's a monster. And Bunny's
Bunny started it.
No, Bunny did not start it. Bunny's like the nicest dog in the world. Just like Kylie. Okay guys, if you're just joining, this is yoga. We're gonna start in 5 minutes. You need blocks or boxes. You need a mat and you need what's this called? A blankie or a towel. Oh, let's check in on the comments.
It's actually called a blanket.
A blanket. Oh, hi. Hi, Malik. Hi, Daruk. Daruk is here. Oh, Daruk, I've been meaning to tell you. I gave the dogs a spa day the other day. I think it was on Sunday. So they all got it back, and I used that conditioner you got them for their birthdays, and they really liked it. Especially Chloe. Chloe was like, she was in that bath and she was loving it. So thank you for the extra special doggy conditioner. They feel really soft still. Maybe we'll have another spa day this weekend. What? Because I want to see the comments. Hello, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Debbie's here. I think you're from New Jersey, right? I feel like I'm getting to know you, Debbie.
Stop throwing up on my vet, Chloe.
I think she has a little sickness. We might need to take her to the vet. I hope our vet's open. We're gonna do hips, shoulder work today. We'll get a good flow in the beginning, and then we'll like really get in there. So comment if you want something else, or comment if you have something that feels tight or tense, and we can work on that too. Like your back or your, anything else. We'll get everything, but it's helpful for me to know if something's bothering you so we can work on it. Hi, Michelle. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the morning talks with Agana.
So there's this movie.
Oh my God. Agana and his movie talk.
Ooh, maybe I'll do online movie reviews every night.
No, I don't think you should do that, Agana. Agana really wants to start a podcast. For those of you who don't know Agana, I want you to get to know Agana.
I just got a Joe Rogan Kim.
Oh my God, no it's not. Agana is, I'll be honest, an objective. Agana is a really good writer. But he's super funny. So he writes this blog called the Barre. I think she has a cold. Chloe.
Chloe, do we need to quarantine you?
Chloe, do you have to go into isolation? But he has this blog called the Barre, and it's really, really funny. If you want some entertainment, look at it today. Now I'm coughing because Chloe's coughing. I'm gonna get some water. Guys, if you're just joining, you're gonna need 2 yoga blocks or 2 boxes, a mat, and a towel or a blankie. And we'll get started here soon. We're gonna do hips and shoulders.
Are you topping off with the 2 cans?
Oh my gosh. He's drinking Mountain Dew and Diet Coke.
60%, 40%. You just dumped them. Fine.
All right. We'll get started here shortly.
The bright side to watching disaster movies at this time is that they usually have a happy ending, so it makes you hopeful for the rest of the movie.
Oh, that is true.
Although they kind of ignore the who does.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that movie anymore, Magana. Okay, guys, if you're just joining, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Let me know if there's something in particular that you want to work on. We're going to do shoulders and hips. We'll get a good flow in, but then we'll kind of get into the nitty-gritty. You need a blanket or towel, you need a mat, and you need 2 blocks. I think maybe Bodhi should go upstairs now. Do you think he's actually going to stay? We'll get started here shortly. Just comment. Hi, Katie. Katie, our concierge.
Hi, Katie.
Oh, by the way, so
haircut time.
no, Pagano was freaking out yesterday because he's like, I'm never going to be able to get my hair cut again. Callie's going to have to do it. I used to cut his hair, and it was really funny. Like, he'd go to work, and people would be like, oh, Callie cut your hair yesterday. He'd have, like, gashes out of the side. I did get better with time. But I'm not a skilled person in that. I don't know how to do it. So anyway, he was freaking out and he was texting Katie asking for Zoom instructions on haircuts, but he can just grow his hair out. Okay guys, we're gonna get started in a minute. If you're just joining, I know some of you just joined, you need 2 blocks or 2 boxes or paper towel rolls, 2. a blanket or a blanket or a towel, and then a soft surface. We're gonna do hips and shoulders today. We're gonna get a good flow in, and then we'll get in there. Oh, hello, Maria. Maria's here too.
Where you see?
Yeah, Maria, see?
It's just like a morning crew.
It's just like we're, teaching the early morning class, guys. We'll get started here soon. Okay, guys.
I know we're not supposed to have favorite classes, but the Wednesday morning 6 a.m. Point Freeze yoga
It is
like,
a good
it's
class.
a top 3.
It
It's
is a
definitely
good
a top
class.
3.
It's a good
It's
class.
a top 3 crew.
Chloe, no. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get started today. Go ahead, grab your towel or your blanket. We're gonna make our way into a nice child's pose. I want you to take your knees like just about a little wider than hips width distance, toes together, and sink your chest down. And we'll start here, just taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out your mouth. Oh, really sigh it out. It's a form of pranayama. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Oh. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Oh. Now, guys, go ahead. Close your lips. Allow the breath to flow freely in and out through the nose. Just let it be soft. Let it be easy here to start. And just take a moment here to start to become aware of your body and how it's feeling today. Notice the tops of the feet, the toes touching the mat. Allow the tops of the feet to rest. Try not to actively press the tops of the feet down. Allow your shins to rest, to get heavy. As the knees widen, maybe just like a little centimeter, let the inner thighs release, the outer thighs, and let your hips get heavy. Notice whether you're resisting here and trying to pull the hips away from the heels, or just letting them rest, letting them be soft. I want them soft. Let your little belly go here. Relax the muscles in the side of the body, the muscles that surround the ribs, and then let your arms get so heavy as your chest melts towards the floor. Beautiful, guys. Continue that, finding that heaviness in the arms, the elbows soften, the forearms, the palms of the hands, the wrists, the fingers. And finally, take awareness to the forehead. Allow your head to get even heavier as the forehead softens into your mat. Your jaw can release, your teeth unclench. Maybe move the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And now start to let that breath deepen. Start to take the breath deep into the belly. Feel the ribs expand. Feel your collarbones lift. The upper back can fill up. And then as you exhale, release upper back, chest. And finally, press that air out of your tummy. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, upper chest, upper back. Fill up, maybe sip in a little more air. Get that stretch in your upper back as you inhale. As you exhale, release upper back, upper chest. Press the air out of the tummy. One last time. Inhale, belly, ribs, upper chest, upper back. Sip in a little bit more. Get a little more full. Exhale, release. Slowly, upper chest, upper back, middle of the lungs, and press the air out of the tummy. Now, staying with that deep, full breath, start to add a little bit of activity in your child's pose. I want you to raise your finger or press your palms up as you tint your fingers, cupcaking the fingers. Inhale, lift the upper arms up. And as you exhale, gently push the hips back towards your heels. Inhale, maybe walk those hands out just a little further. Lift the upper arms. Find that little bit of engagement. As you exhale, push your hips towards your heels. One more time, just like this. Inhale. And exhale, gentle push. Beautiful, guys. As you inhale, flatten the palms. Press yourself up. Find a nice tabletop position here. Softening those elbows. Now start to engage Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. Knees stacked under hips, hands stacked under shoulders. Inhale when you're ready. Sink your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your heart. Keep elbows soft and lift the chest up. Try not to just press down here. Exhale, round through the spine. Draw tailbone down. Feel the low belly engage as you send more weight into the hands and drop the head. Inhale, send tailbone up, drop the belly, look up, lift up, stay light on those hands, elbows soft. Exhale, tailbone down, belly lifts. Upper back fills your head, let it release. Inhaling. Exhaling. Beautiful, guys. Inhaling your breath, your pace. Again, you can start to allow that breath to be audible, finding your Ujjayi breath. If that's in your practice, take just a few more, then we'll add on. One more time here, guys. Inhaling. Exhaling. Go ahead here, guys. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart. As you exhale, connect the toes, shift your hips back, find that child's pose. And now we'll flow. Inhale, press into the hands, send yourself up. Exhale, round through the spine, drop the head. Inhale, melt the belly, lift the heart. Oh. Exhale, connect the toes, push back. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, toes touch, push it back. Now we're going to add a little more movement here. Press it up. Exhale, round through your spine. This time as you inhale, feel your elbows connect to the side body and find like little bitty chaturanga arms as you find that cow spine. Yes, and then push it back. Find your child's pose. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, release. Inhale, drop belly. Find those little mini chaturanga arms. Elbows draw in. Exhale, push back. One more time, just like this. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch and bend those elbows. Keep them hugged in. And exhale, push back. Now this time, go ahead, inhale, reach up, lift up. Exhale, round, find that cat back. Go ahead, find a nice neutral spine. As you inhale, walk your knees back. So you find more of a modified plank here. And we're gonna come into knees, chest, chin. So from here, start to let your tailbone draw up, just like you did before. And I want you guys to start to bend those elbows just like we did before, allowing elbows to graze your side, and then think about your chest and your chin reaching for the floor. Maybe you come all the way down, release the shins down, let your hips drop, and now inhale, pull shoulders up, back, and down. Press your pubic bone down into the mat to lift to mini cobra. Find all 10 toes here, guys. Release down and push back to your child's pose. We'll do that one more time here, guys. Taking your time. Inhale, press up to your table. Exhale, round through your spine. Inhale, nice neutral spine. Walk those knees back. Go ahead, start to sink elbows down as the tailbone lifts. Your heart drops, your chin drops. Maybe release those legs long, let your hips settle. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up, a little mini cobra. Pull those shoulders down your back. Press pubic bone down. And then send it back. Find your child's pose. Oh, take one breath here, guys. When you're ready, press yourself back up to your tabletop as you inhale. Begin to tuck your toes under, soften those elbows. Maybe walk your hands out a little bit and exhale, press back. Find your little mini downward facing dog, sending the hips back. And now we'll flow here. Go ahead, inhale, drop those knees back down to the ground. Exhale, round through the spine, drop head. Inhale, melt the belly, lift your heart. Exhale, push back, find your child. Inhale, press hands in, lift yourself back up. As you exhale, tuck those toes under, press yourself back, find that mini downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your knees back down. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, melt the belly. Exhale, push back, child. Last time here, guys. Press into those hands, inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back, mini downward facing dog. Oh. Inhale, drop those knees down. Exhale, round and press. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, push those hips back. Oh, beautiful, guys. Just take one breath here, softening your chest, soften your forehead, maybe widen those knees just a hair. Get a little more release through the inner thighs, through the hips. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now when you're ready, as you inhale, press into the hands. As you exhale, send your hips up and back, finding that mini downward facing dog. And now, as you find alignment here, let's just talk for a moment. Keep the knees bent. I know you want to move, but take just a second with me on this journey. I want you guys to imagine squeezing your hands on the mat so you feel your weight distribute more to the thumb and the index finger. That's going to squeeze your biceps in towards your ears. I want you to feel your shoulders broaden on your back, and if you're hyperflexing, lift your armpits just a hair. Press into those hands so much that you start to feel your tailbone go higher towards the ceiling. Your back is flat as the belly tones, the ribs close down, so you get even longer through the low spine. And now, with this nice, strong, foundational engagement, maybe start to pedal those knees down, wiggle the hips out. Maintain that nice long spine, guys. Downward facing dog does not have to be done with legs straight. In fact, it's oftentimes better to have your knees bent. So don't feel any pressure. Yoga is about you and your body. There's no right way to do yoga. There's no shape you have to achieve. It's about your breath and it's about your journey. Okay, guys, now finding stillness here. We're gonna do one more flow, heat up the body a little bit more. From here, press in. As you inhale, I want you guys to bend those knees down. Allow the knees to hover here. As you exhale, I want you to shoot yourself forward and find your center plank. Feel your belly tone. As your hips line up with your shoulders, everything draws to center. Beautiful, guys. As you inhale, bend those knees, push your chest back. As you exhale, find your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Again, guys, inhale, bend the knees, hover the shins. Exhale, slide forward to your center plank. You can always drop those knees. Inhale, push the knees back down. And exhale, find downward facing dog. One more time here, guys. Inhale, shins hover. Exhale, slide forward, center plank. Inhale, knees hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh. This time here, guys, go ahead, bring those knees to a hover. Shoot yourself forward to your center plank. Just hold here. We're gonna hold for 2 breaths. I know it sucks. I want you guys to puff up through the upper back. Feel everything contract towards your belly as you exhale. Stay really strong here. Lift your quads. Feel the length through the back of the heels. One more breath. Those elbows are soft. Beautiful, guys. As you exhale, on the next exhale, flip over to the tops of the feet. Get really strong through the quads. And now as you inhale, sink the hips down and feel your heart lift. Your shoulders roll up, back, and down. Finding your upward facing dog, or you can drop your hips and find cobra. But I want you guys to have that little bit of engagement in your belly. Now exhale, drop to your knees and push yourself back to your downward facing dog. Let's do that again. When you're ready here, guys, inhale, bend those knees, hover the shins. Exhale, push forward to your center plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, flip over tops of the feet. Draw your hips down, lift your heart. Keep those legs lifted if you want to stay in upward facing dog. Feel the belly tone. Now drop to your knees. Exhale, push it back, downward facing. Oh, one more time just for fun. Inhale, sink the knees down, hover the shins. Exhale, center plank. Inhale here. Exhale, flip over tops of the feet. Drop the hips down, lift your heart. Exhale, drop to the knees and roll over the feet. Find your downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. 3 breaths here. Enjoy it. Reconnect with your breath. Find that long spine. Let muscle memory take over. You can keep your knees bent. You can pedal them out. You can stay in stillness. Take one more breath here, guys. Inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful, guys. On your next inhale, float your right leg up. Let that action originate in the inner thigh on the right side. Your pinky toe on the right side faces the floor, and as you inhale, push into your hands and send that heel up a little bit higher. As you exhale, release that left heel towards the ground. Beautiful, Hagana. One more breath here. Inhale, push and lift up. Exhale, soften that left heel. Inhale, draw that leg up. One more little centimeter as you exhale. Find that same calf spine we found earlier. Send your knee towards your forehead. Rock forward onto your toe on the left side. Gently place that right foot in between your hands. We're gonna float your left outer edge of your foot down. And as you inhale, draw yourself up to warrior 2. Okay, guys, so this is where we start building heat in the hips while we open. So in your warrior 2 here, let's just talk form for a second. Hip points are level. Both thighs are rolling back. Your tailbone's drawing down and your low belly's lifting. Shoulders pressing down as you reach through both fingertips. Now guys, what I always do here in my warrior 2, I get really soft through that back leg. I want you guys to press so much through the left thigh that you feel your inner arch lift on the left foot. Beautiful. You sink down a little bit deeper. Take just a few more breaths here. Continue rolling those thighs open and enjoy this bit of heat. It kind of feels good. Take just one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to skew those hips. Drop right hip down, left hip lifts. Drop that right elbow down, reach your left arm up. Continue pressing into that outer edge of the left foot. Keep it strong. And now maybe you support your head as you rotate that left shoulder towards the ceiling. And you continue sending tailbone towards your left heel. Belly is still lifted here. Beautiful, guys. Now let's flow. Inhale, come to warrior 2. Exhale, skew those hips. Drop down, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, skew those hips, extended side angle. Just a few more here, guys. Inhale. Take breaks when you need to. Always come back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Reaching up. Inhaling. And exhaling. This next warrior 2 will hold. Reach it up. Hold it here, guys. Now draw your hands to heart center. We're going to take our time pressing off that right foot and coming into a Skandasana, a side lunge. You can turn your left toes out a little and you can rotate your right outer edge of your foot towards the front of your mat. You can drop your hands here. You can grab your blocks or your paper towels. You can keep your heart upright. You do whatever feels right for you. But let's start here. Notice how Hagana has lifted his knee. He's hyper flexy in this pose. I'm not. My inner thighs feel tight, so I keep my outer edge of my foot down, and I keep my knee facing the side of the room. Now we're gonna flow back to our warrior two. I want you guys to slowly come back up. As you inhale, rotate that right foot back out. Find that warrior two. Exhale, sink your hips back down, rotate that right foot if you need to, or flip your toes up. Take your time, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, shift those hips back, find that side lunge. Your version, guys, there's no pressure. Listen to what feels good in your body. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side lunge, skandasana. Now maybe you can start to lift that knee up towards the ceiling if it feels good. Inhale, warrior two. Ooh. Exhale, sink it down, skandasana. One more time, guys. Inhale and exhale. Now this next time, let's hold that warrior two. I want you guys to skew those hips and start to find that extended side angle one more time. I know there's a lot of heat in your legs. You guys can always take breaks. Listen to your body. Now in this extended side angle, I want you to start to drape that left arm behind your low back, maybe looping here around your thigh. Beautiful, guys. You're going to get to straighten your legs. It's going to feel so delicious. Okay, guys. Now pull that left shoulder back and actively draw that left elbow back like I'm pulling it. You're going to get a nice release through the front of the left shoulder. And now, guys, as you exhale, you can always have your block here. As you exhale, slowly start to straighten that right leg. It does not have to be straight. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, sink that knee back down. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, sink. Exhale, straighten. One more time, guys. Sink it down. Exhale, straighten. Now this time, guys, sink it down. If you like, you can take a full bind, wrapping the right arm underneath you, hooking your hands. You can also stay here with the left hand behind your back. Now we're coming into bound triangle, so you can also step that left foot in a little bit and start to straighten that right leg, maybe dropping right hand down onto your block, to your box. If you've got that bind, I want you to start to straighten the leg, but also simultaneously pull your shoulder away from the thigh as you stack left shoulder on top of right. Soften right shoulder away from your ear and breathe here. Keep that left leg really strong, and your right seat is wrapping down and under as you pull that left hip back. Beautiful, guys. One more breath here. Enjoy that straight leg variation. When you're ready, start to bend through that right knee. Release your right hand down, release your left hand from behind your back, and drop down onto your left knee. Grab your blankie here. We're gonna drop the knee onto your blankie, and we're gonna rotate that left shin so it's parallel to the back of your mat. It's gonna feel better with a blankie or a towel underneath. We're gonna find kneeling extended side angle. So let's come up here first and find what feels like a kneeling warrior two. So your hips are level, but you're sinking into that right thigh, just like we do standing. Reach your arms long and feel your low belly lift as tailbone draws down. We're gonna work deeper into the hips here. As you exhale, skew those hips, same way we did before. Try to lift left hip, pull right down, and then maybe drop your hand down as you send left arm up. You're gonna feel this more acutely in your right inner thigh. Remember, you can also take right elbow to your right thigh, or you can take it to the floor, or your block, your book, whatever you got. And now let's flow. Level those hips, come back to that warrior two. Try to sink a little deeper so that left thigh's on an angle here, just like you're standing. Sink those hips, drop down, lift up. Inhale, hips level, reach up. Exhale, skew those hips, draw it up. Beautiful, guys. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now hold it here. Maybe support your head. That feels nice for me. But if you're supporting your head here, continue pressing that right knee towards your third toe as you wrap your right butt cheek down and under. So you want this wrapping action here. Your butt's engaged. It's wrapping down and under to draw that left hip back. You're pulling that left elbow away from your left hip, finding more length through the side body. And your right side body's long too. That's why you're pressing that right hip down and in. That's why you're getting those sassy hips so you can lengthen right side as well. Okay guys, now maybe you take that left hand, you float it behind your back just like we did standing. Pull that elbow back, pull that shoulder back. Maybe look down at the ground if that feels better for your neck. And now we're gonna slowly start to float that right leg straight, coming into kneeling bound triangle. Sink it back down, inhale, find that extended side angle. Oh. Exhale, take your time. Your leg does not have to go straight here, guys. You're digging that right heel down, floating your toes up. Inhaling, sinking. Exhaling. This is one of my favorite stretches. I don't know, it feels so good. You're like, I'm dying. Sink it down. Okay, guys, last time, then we'll add that full bind if it's in your practice. Press it down, press that heel down. Now guys, come back to that extended side angle, maybe reach right arm under, find that full bind if it's in your practice. I want you continuing to pull that left elbow, left shoulder back and draw the shoulders up away from your thigh and then start to straighten that leg if that feels good for you. That variation does not feel good for me today, so I wouldn't be taking that. You can also stay here, lifting heart, pressing that right seat down and under, and finding length through both sides of the body. Last breath here, guys. When you're ready, take your time. Slowly bend through that right knee. Release your hands back down to the front. Allow your knees to come wider than they usually do and make your way back to your child's pose. Let that all settle in. I know that was a lot of work on that side. Let your chest get heavy. Let this be a really passive child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Beautiful, guys. Take one more round of breath here. Now we have to do the other side. You're like, no, Shavasana. Okay, guys, when you're ready, press yourself back up. Find your downward facing dog. Take your time. Pedal those knees out and wiggle the hips. Notice the difference in between your right and your left side. Let your dog give you a bath, a tongue bath. Taking your time here. Reconnecting with the breath. Eventually make your way to stillness. We'll inhale, draw those shins to a hover, bend the knees. As you exhale, push yourself, propel yourself forward to center plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw down to tops of the feet. Keep those elbows soft. Inhale, drop the hips down. Keep those legs strong. Pubic bone pressing down. Lift your heart. Exhale, drop the knees. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Now this time, as you inhale, let that action originate in the left inner thigh. Lift up to three-legged dog. Really feel that left inner thigh rotate upwards as the back of the knee gets even longer. Press through your hands as you inhale, send that heel up. Exhale, soften right heel. Inhale, press that left heel up longer. Exhale, soften right heel. Last time here, guys. Inhale, press up. Exhale, soften right heel. Inhale, press and lift. As you exhale, start to round through your spine. Draw that knee forward. Find that cat back. Now rock forward on your right toe to get light here. Gently plant left foot in between hands. Have your block close by, or your box or your paper towel. Rotate that right outer edge of your foot down and float yourself up to your warrior two. Let's settle in here. Start to feel the hip opening presence of this warrior two. Press the thighs back. Tailbone draws down. Left seat's wrapping down. Belly zipped up. Shoulders pressing down the back as you reach. Get so strong through that right leg. Really press out through the outer edge of that right foot. So much so you feel your inner arch lift. You're simultaneously squeezing the feet together isometrically as you press them apart. Oh, one breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, start to skew those hips. Drop your left hip, lift right. Drop that left elbow down, reach right arm long. Find your extended side angle. Beautiful. Here, guys, that left hip's drawing down. That right leg is still strong. Really imagine one long line from your fingertips out through the outer edge of that right foot. And now let's flow. Inhale, level those hips. Come back to your warrior two, sink shoulders down. Exhale, skew those hips, sassy hips, side bodies long, reach. You can look down here if that feels better. Inhale, floating back up, warrior two. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time, go ahead, draw yourself up. Find that warrior two. Inhale, when you're ready, draw your hands to heart center. Now as you exhale, push off that left foot. Start to send yourself back. You can rotate that left foot down, maybe dropping your hands, finding a side lunge here. Staying lifted through the left inner thigh if that foot is pressing down. Beautiful. From here, guys, slowly rotate that foot back up. Find your warrior two. Sink into those hips, open hips. Exhale, draw down. Find that side lunge. You can always use your blocks. You can stay more upright. Inhale, reaching back up. Now maybe you start to feel more open through that inner thigh. You can start to float that knee up. Dig that heel down as you find your way into your Skandasana. Maybe you keep the outer edge of the foot down. You do you. Beautiful, guys. Just a few more here. Inhale, floating up, warrior two. Exhale, pushing back. One more time here, guys. Inhale, we'll hold that Skandasana. Exhale. Now, guys, you hold here. Maybe that left outer edge of your foot is pressing down, the inner thighs lifting. Maybe you start to float that knee up, flex through the foot. Dig that heel down as you sink your butt down. Keep your belly toned and lengthen through your spine here. Take one more round of breath. I know this is a lot. Oh. When you're ready, guys, on your next inhale, float yourself back up, rotate that left foot down, find that warrior two. Skew those hips. As you exhale, float that left forearm down, reach right arm up. Now, guys, if you feel good, maybe you support your head here with your right hand. Maybe you start to float that right arm behind your back. Maybe you can grab hold of your inner left thigh. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just press the back of the hand into the side of your butt and you pull that elbow back. Yes, this is not, a lot of people think of like half binds or binds as like noodly. They're active. You're actively drawing that elbow back. So some people can get there, but they're just kind of holding. It's sometimes, I mean, it's a lot better to think about making this active and use your muscles rather than just the flexibility of your joints. Okay, guys, one more breath here. Now you can have your block close by in front of your left foot. As you exhale, start to straighten that left leg. It does not have to go straight. Mine goes about 2/3 of the way straight. Sink it back down. Inhale. Exhale, straighten it. Inhale, sink it down. Exhale, straighten. One last time here, guys. Inhale, sink it down. This time, maybe taking that full bind, if it's in your practice, pulling that shoulder away from the thigh as you straighten. You can also take a slightly narrower stance here. Finding bound triangle, whether it's just right arm behind your back or maybe you have a full bind. Try to lift and open your heart as you wrap left seat down and under, and as you start to straighten that right leg and pull it back. Left leg gets long. Heart is open. Maybe look up. Maybe look down. Oh, one more breath here, guys, wherever you are. Now when you're ready, slowly bend through that left knee. Release right hand down. Take your time, come down onto your right knee. Grab your blanket, it's gonna make it feel better, your blanket or your towel. Drop your right knee down on it and rotate the right shin so it's parallel with the back of your mat. And we'll prep here just like it's warrior two. Inhale, lift the chest up. Allow the hips to get level and just gaze down at that right knee. Just like you do when you're standing, I want you guys to have that knee at an angle. So you're not just right on top of the knee, you're sinking down. Yeah, beautiful, guys. Now from here, take your time. Skew those hips. Allow the left elbow to drop, or maybe left hand comes to the block or to the floor. As you find that same long line, that inner thigh on your left side is going to feel sticky. That's normal. And now let's flow. Inhale, drawing up, find kneeling warrior two. Exhale, skewing those hips, both sides of the body long, reaching. Exhale. Who's sweating? I am. Reach it down, skew those hips. One more time, guys. Now just hold it here. Maybe support your head. Sink into that hip. Let that left knee track towards your third toe, but continue the engagement of your left seat. I want you wrapping that left seat down and under, so it's like a strong protective like girdle. Pressing that left hip down and under, pulling right hip back. Finding that wonderful release through the side body. Maybe look down if that feels better for your neck. And now, guys, start to float that right arm up. Maybe from here you float your right arm behind your back and press the back of the hand in just like you did before, pulling that elbow back, opening through the front of the shoulder. Maybe you find the full bind here if that's in your practice, but I want you keeping it active. I want you drawing that right elbow back as you pull your chest away from your thigh, and then maybe start to straighten that left leg, coming into a bound triangle. Inhale, sinking down. Woo! Exhaling. Inhaling, sinking, bending that knee. Exhaling, pressing that heel down as you flex your foot. One more time, guys. Inhale, sink it. Exhale, find your variation of that bound triangle, digging that heel down. Pulling that chest up towards the ceiling, feeling that right elbow draw back. Keep that left leg super engaged, that heel's digging down actively. Now slowly take your time. Oh. Bend through your knee. Plant that right hand down. Slowly slide your way back to your child's pose. Take your time, let it feel good. Oh. You can kind of move those hips side to side. Take any movements here that feel nice, but reconnect with your breath. Take one more breath here, guys. Now when you're ready, float yourself back up, find your downward facing dog. It's almost time to cool it down. Float it up, press the hips up and back, wiggle those hips side to side, take any movements that feel good. I want you guys to really focus on how the hips feel, how your inner thighs feel, how the hamstrings feel, how it all feels. Take that quick journey through your body. Take stock. And now when you're ready, taking your time, I want you to bend those knees. Inhale, hover the shins. Exhale, flow to your center plank. Now from here, guys, as you inhale, You're gonna start to draw right hand more towards the center of your mat and rotate those hips over to the left side. You can always drop down to your right knee here, finding your side plank. I want you to lift those hips up and feel the hip points level. Really imagine contracting your right hand towards the right hip and your right foot towards the right hip. So you get that acute sensation of contraction in your oblique as you lift up. Now, as you inhale, take your time, start to float that left hand alongside your left ear. Find more length and try to make a banana shape here. Now, gently, keeping that right elbow soft, float that left foot back behind you and press your heart up. Coming into a back bend. If that does not feel good, guys, drop back. Find your child's pose. Press your heart up here. As you lift the sternum, feel the shoulder tips draw your heart up even more. And now slowly float back down. Oh, press back to your child's pose. Take your time. Oh, reconnect with your breath here. Oh, we have one more here, guys. When you're ready, press yourself back up to your downward facing dog. As you inhale, sink those shins down just like we did. Exhale, flow forward to your center plank. Inhale, plant your left hand towards the center of your mat. Start to float your hips over to the right. Maybe drop into that left knee if that feels nice for you. Pressing and lifting those hips. Find that acute sensation in your oblique. Soften your left elbow. Imagine squeezing left hand towards your left foot and lift up more like creative banana shape. And then send that right arm parallel to your ear. Lift up even more. I know this is a lot, guys. Feel free to stay here. Or start to plant that right foot back behind you and press the hips up. If you're on your knee, you can still take that back bend. You just float the chest up as you maybe support your head. Like I'm gonna high five me. Or lovingly touch me, I don't know what it was. One breath here, taking your variation of your back bend, and then slowly float back down, release, make your way back to your child's pose. Oh. Okay, guys. We're really gonna start to slow it down. When you're ready, I want you to take your right knee in between your hands, making your way into your pigeon pose. I want to keep this passive. So let's take more of a yin variation here, taking a nice sharp angle here with the right knee. Grab your paper towel, your block, and slowly just float your chest down over the thigh. If this feels uncomfortable for you, if your left hip feels uncomfortable, you can always draw that left knee to a bend and take a deer variation here, sliding that right knee out a little bit more and then floating your chest down. Guys, so good. Let your breath start to soften. Let everything go. Pay attention to how the low back feels and whether you're pressing into that right shin or just letting it rest. Start to float yourself up. I want you to roll over onto that right hip and slide your left leg forward. We're going to do my favorite low back stretch. I want you to have your paper towel or your block or your box, and I want you to put it just outside the left shin. Your right knee is bent. If you find that the right knee feels uncomfortable, you can place your blankie or another block underneath your right knee. We're slowly going to start to send that left shoulder down towards the left shin. You're going to plant your left elbow down on your block, on your paper towel roll, on your book, whatever you've got, or you can place it on your shin. Just don't put it on your knee. And then you're going to take that right arm up, Allow the right elbow to just get nice and heavy. You don't have to reach here, but you're gonna access that muscle in your low back, that knee or hip, low back muscle that gets really tight from sitting. It should feel really good, like right in your muffin top. Not that any of you have muffin tops, but you know what I mean. And then just let the breath be soft and easy. You can let that left leg go, no engagement. Just breathe into the backside of the body. Oh, it's so good. We always say that yoga is the balance between will and surrender. When we're in an active practice, we're always inhaling, doing something active, and exhaling, softening into whatever that action is, softening into our breath. In this pose, I just want soft. No activity. Legs are heavy. The heavier your right knee is, the more you're going to release through your low back. So let it be heavy. Complete surrender. One more breath here, guys. When you're ready, go ahead, draw the heart up. As you inhale, we'll take one more back bend. Float that right hand down outside the right hip. If you feel good, you can lift here through your heart, keeping hips down, or you can press that heart all the way up. Maybe support your head. And slowly release down. Oh. We'll find pigeon on the other side. Make this real passive, guys. Drawing that left knee to a nice sharp angle. Sliding right thigh back. Maybe grab your block, your paper towels. Excuse me. It's just allergies, guys. Release your forehead down. Let the breath go soft. Let it be even, effortless, heavy. Again, if this right leg doesn't feel comfortable, draw that right knee up, more in line with your hip, bend through the knee and take that left knee out. And then you can slowly go down. Guys. No playing right now. Come on, no playing. Sit, please. Come on, let's go sit.
Stay nice and soft here. Spread through your shoulder, play your head.
Okay, guys, one more breath. We're almost time for Shavasana. I'm going to give you a nice long one this morning. When you're ready here, guys, press yourselves up. We're going to float that left hip down, slide that right leg alongside. Allow your left foot to come into the inner right thigh. Grab your block, your box, whatever you got. Place it outside the right shin. And slowly let the left knee get heavy. If you can't, if you're feeling like lifted here, draw your blanket underneath it. Drop right elbow down. Send that left arm up and over. And let your left leg get super heavy here. As you let your left hip release, that lower back should feel so good. Oh. Let your breath start to be even softer. You can bend through that left elbow and keep it straight. Enjoy this heaviness, guys. This softness, this comfort. And when you're ready, guys, slowly start to float your chest up. You can take that one more back bend if you'd like. Plant your left hand down outside your left hip. Either keep your hips on the ground and lift your heart, or press the hips up. Soften that elbow, maybe support your head. And slowly float yourself down. I was going to do eagle crunches, but no, we're not going to. Take your blankie. Go ahead, wrap it into like a nice little noodle. So it looks like this. Wrap it on top of your feet and then under. So you've got a nice little hammock for your knees. You can slide your feet far away from your bum. And then you're going to just slowly make your way down onto your back. Finding bound angle here. If this isn't comfortable, you can take those feet even further. Or you can drop your blocks underneath your thighs. But I want you guys to let the low back neutralize. Find its natural curve. Let your inner thighs go. Let the breath get even softer. Almost let it fade into the background here. As the knees get heavy. And now guys, feel free to stay here, coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana, or you can kick that blankie off and straighten your legs. If you need any final poses before Shavasana, a twist, a shoulder stand, a happy baby, take that now. Bunny says he needs a twist. Eventually making your way down flat onto your back or staying in that bound angle pose. And we'll take one final journey through your body, softening through the feet. The outer edges of the feet are soft. The ankles are heavy. Muscles around the shins relax. The calves melt. The backs of the knees soften. Let your quads release and your thighs can get really heavy as the backs of the thighs melt into your mat. The fronts of the hips soften as you melt your seat, fully supported. Now let the whole lower body just get really heavy, soft. Each time the exhale comes around, imagine just a little more softness coming in. Allow the low belly to release. Let that softness migrate out to the side body, into the low back. Feel it wrap all the way under. Walk up your spine, let all the muscles that surround the spine go so your back rests heavy. And then feel it in your shoulders. The shoulders start to release. Shoulders are slightly tucked under the low back. The upper arms start to get heavy, the triceps, the biceps, the elbows. Your forearms release, the wrists can relax. Fingers fall open as the palms of the hands soften. Now with each exhale, imagine your upper body getting heavier, more supported, more softness. Let the back of the head rest heavy, the back of the neck soften, sides of the neck release, your jaw can soften, teeth unclench. Cheeks can go, eyelids go, temples go, foreheads go. Now with each exhale, your head gets heavy, soft, supported. Take that heaviness and let it go from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Everything melting into your mat as we find our rest. ready here, guys, start to let your breath deepen. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Let your senses come back. Notice how your body feels on your mat. Notice the sounds, the smells. And when you're ready, inhale. Those are our chimes, dog barks. When you're ready, inhale. Reach your arms overhead. Take a good morning stretch. Point through the toes. Let the low back pull away from the mat. Feel the ribs open. And then hug your knees into your chest as you neutralize the spine. Roll over onto your right or your left side. Making your way into a nice supported position here. And before we sit up, before we start our day, I always like to end my practice thinking about one thing that I'm grateful for, an experience, a feeling, a person, a pet. Let that sense of gratitude wash over you and make you warm. Keeping that thing, that experience, that feeling fresh in your mind. Press yourself up to a cozy seat. Draw your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra, pressing the thumbs into the sternum to seal in that sense of gratitude. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. On your next inhale, float the thumbs up to the third eye space. Press and lift up. Open through your heart. Open the front of the throat. And as you exhale, slowly bow. Bowing towards one another virtually, towards yourself, honoring the efforts you put into your practice. The light in me recognizes and respects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming. My Venmo is Callie-Kim. You're like, oh, you capitalist. Oh, or Tuck Barn Yoga is great. Tuck Bar Yoga at Venmo. And guys, if you can't give, you can't donate, that's totally fine. We understand things are crazy, but maybe leave a review for us. It really will help us in when we reopen. Leave a Facebook recommendation or review on Google. I don't mean to sound salesy right after you just finished your practice, but it would help us a lot. We would appreciate it. And we hope your hips feel good and your shoulders, and have a lovely day, guys. Until next time, there's plenty of classes. There's cardio dance at 4 with Scotty.
Oh God.
It's going to be, Scotty is really fun, guys. It'll be really fun. You do not need to know how to dance.
Scotty's a madman.
Scotty's incredible. All right, guys, thank you.